Hey everyone, welcome to episode number 73 of the Resellers Stew. We're back!
Woohoo!
For the time being, until we go on hiatus again, apparently. We're like little surprises that just jump out. Like,
right?
Surprise! Here we are! How is everybody? We got lots of things to talk about. I get to talk about going to Houston and everything. And you had an awesome trip too, Yvon. I saw yours on social media. You went with your daughter. But we got lots of stuff to talk about today. I know, but it was like within the time period from the last time we did a show.
Right.
Isn't it for some reason like a month in like social media land is like super long, where you're just like. But how's everyone? How's everyone?
Doing good.
Let me bring up the chat.
Doing pretty good too. It snowed here. We got some snow finally.
That's exciting. I love the snow.
I'm okay with it now that I don't have to go out every day, to a secular job. I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I don't like snow. I don't like the cold. I know people are like, oh, Texas is hot, but like I'm like, well, just go inside then, I'm like, I leave my air-conditioned house and get in my air-conditioned car and then go into an air-conditioned building. I'm outside for like 5 minutes. I'm cool.
I remember Dallas. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. It can be a lot, but I don't like. I prefer the heat over the cold any day.
I'm starting to get that way, Deb. Now that I'm getting older, I'm starting to get that way.
Maybe that's why like older people, like not like your age, but like older, like elderly people, move down to Florida because they get cold and they
Arizona. I can see myself doing that. I can see it happening.
Like it's kind of freaky here in Colorado. We should move.
Be a snowbird at least.
Mm-hmm. So, gosh, I don't even know where to start. Like we've been going on so long. I just want to sit here and chit chat and go, so what you doing?
Right.
But I guess we can talk about, I did go to Houston. I got to meet up with Tonya for dinner and Laura Jones and some new people I hadn't met before. That was fun.
Thelma Thrift.
Yeah, Thelma Thrift was there and Vanessa. Yep. And and two new folks that I hadn't met. So that was really cool. They were like new resellers like within the last like 6 months or so.
Oh.
So yeah, so that was always interesting. I like getting people's stories, about their little like what they're doing and why.
Right.
Well, y'all looked awesome in the photos. Those were some outfits. Y'all looked sharp.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I went to Houston for the National Achievers Congress, where I saw Robert Herjavec from Shark Tank, and Barbara Cochran from Shark Tank, and Gary Vaynerchuk, George W. Bush, and there was one other lady, and I got her autograph and a picture and everything, and I can't even remember her name. It's Laura Strobin, I think. I'll have to look it up. I feel bad. She was like the very first person, and so I don't remember. But we left right after Gary Vaynerchuk. We got really lucky because they did like all the heavy hitters in the beginning. And then there was just like some random people, and then like Mike Rowe, which I wanted to see, but I wasn't gonna wait. Wasn't gonna wait to see Mike.
So you liked it?
It was awesome, and honestly, I'm really glad that I didn't read the reviews before I bought the tickets, because when I read the reviews the day before I was supposed to leave, I was like, oh. This sounds like this might have been a bad idea, because like some people kept saying like that some of the speakers were basically just there like pumping a course or some kind of thing that you were supposed to buy, and it was basically just like a big infomercial and blah blah. And I was like, oh, maybe this wasn't like what I thought it was.
Yeah.
And I started second guessing my decision, but I'm so glad. Like I decided, I was like, well, you know what? If it is some big infomercial, these are really powerful people. I'll just get out of it what I get out of it,
Yeah.
But instead, it was totally kick-ass.
Good.
It was
I'm
really,
glad you had a good time.
it was really good. There was some really nice things that I took away, and I know Laura did too. Took away from the, from the different speeches, and it was really good.
Awesome.
Yep. So that was my big like YOLO event, because I was really like, oh, should I go? Should I not go? And I waited a long time to buy my ticket and book my hotel. And I literally was just like, you know what? When am I going to get to do this again? Just buy the ticket and go.
Right.
Yep. But I feel bad that I didn't get to stay like for like a meetup, like a go shopping or anything. It was like an in and out kind of. It's a long drive.
We're going to have a meetup soon.
No. Well, some people need to come to Austin. How come I'm the only one that travels?
I know, right?
Well, I guess it's because I'm the only one that needs to go anywhere, and you guys are all in Houston.
Right? I don't mind coming to Austin. I love Austin.
I need to go up and go to Colorado. I've never been to Colorado. I've never been up, and I've never been west.
Colorado is amazing.
I've only gone like east up to Virginia, and then from Virginia to New York, but I've never gone up or.
If you all come, I will get like Paul and some other people that I know in the area, some other YouTubers and resellers, and we'll have a little, informal meetup.
We totally need to, because I need to. I almost went to Colorado when Paul was doing his first like tournament for jiu-jitsu, and I almost went just because I felt like I needed to be supportive, because I consider him like a dear friend, and he's like the reason why I do YouTube at all, like how I got started. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, I need to go up, and I was like this close to going.
Yeah, I still miss the reseller wake up. I still miss that.
He said he was talking about trying to start doing another show in the morning, but it's so hard to try to bring back things that are already like, it's hard for me when we don't have a stew for a month. I couldn't imagine like bringing back a show like after a year or two,
Yeah.
It's difficult to get the people back and, the same kind of vibe that there was. Like, it would be like me starting the stew over with all new people. Like, it just wouldn't be the same,
Well, it sure helped me get up and at 'em in the morning. I mean, I rolled in here with my coffee and my pajamas, but by the time the show was done, I was ready to go too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I told Paul that too. I said, I used to get up and make sure I was up and like on the computer by 8 o'clock in the morning to do the dang wake up show. And now I think about that, I'm like, I get up at 8, like that's early. And but did anybody go shopping? You got any good finds? Tonya, did you do any shopping? Oh, your microphone went out or something got funky. Nope.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. So I went shopping this morning and I picked up these. Aren't they cute?
I recognize those.
His and hers. Aren't they cute?
Yeah.
So they were only 79 cents each. But I think I can get maybe about 8 each in my booth. So
I've seen those before, like back when I first started doing eBay.
And then I got this. What is it? It's an electronic, the official Scrabble Players Dictionary. And I paid $2.99 for it. And I think I could get about $80 for this on eBay.
That'll sell.
Yeah.
I've been Scrabble contests and competitions. That'll sell.
I haven't even taken it out of the bag. Let me take it out real quick. But it comes with a little velvet pouch. Ooh, and it feels like the directions are in there too. Oh, here it is.
Oh, I can't wait to see how much it goes for.
Oh, I know. I'll list it today. And yeah, it looks like it has the directions with it in the bag. That's good.
Nice. Oh, and that's a brand name too, Franklin.
Yes,
oh, yeah.
Franklin.
Yeah, good score. As usual, we don't expect anything less from Tonya, right? To come up with new stuff.
Oh, thanks.
What about you, Miss Yvonne? Did you get anything good?
Okay, it's been 4 weeks. I think I've done hauls. Oh my gosh, 4 weeks. Okay. I think the only thing that I haven't talked about too much is my thrift store, local thrift store, about a week and a half ago, or last Friday, had a 99-cent sweater sale. Everything, every department. And it was Friday and Saturday, so I got up early to be there by the time they opened, and it was already. I did post something on Instagram.
I saw that. I saw your Instagram. Oh, and you were like, why are there so many people here already?
It was crazy packed. Even the men were up. And by the time, okay, so I only rolled in 10 minutes late. I was waiting on another reseller. And still, even men had their carts stacked full of sweaters. So, but that's okay. Chance showed up, and we spent a couple hours, and we still managed to find some good sweaters. Mostly I bought things for the daughters, a couple for myself. I did find a few to resell. But yeah, that was kind of crazy. I was like, okay, note to self.
Well, you know the bad part about some of those sales when they have them like 99-cent day and stuff like that is that people don't actually like go through the stuff. They just take it all, put it in their cart, and they go over in a corner and they sort through it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, guilty. Yeah. And they were still putting stuff out. She's, it was a 2-day event. I went the first day, Friday, and I'm like, well, will it be worth it to come back tomorrow at 8 o'clock? And she goes, yeah, because we have so much ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because as soon as you guys buy it, we're filling the racks back up. And they did.
That's
so
good.
You could just hang out and still find stuff. I took a peek at the jewelry counter. Okay. I just don't know what I'm doing, but I did take a nice little peek in honor of Tonya and Thelma and everybody and Angie. I still have to learn.
I don't know anything about it, and I look at it, and then I'm just like, why am I even looking at this? Because I don't even know what I'm looking at. Like, there could be a 10-carat diamond ring in there. I'd have no clue. Like, nothing.
And it's in the counters, and like you have to. I feel like you have to point, and they'll only show you so much at a time. Like I can't just like do. You can't. You have to. Okay.
You have to get past that because it feels like you're annoying the worker there, but that's what they're there for. They're there to help you. And if they're only going to show you a few pieces at a time, well, then they're just going to have to sit there and wait,
And I agree. But I think of it from my perspective as my time, my efficiency.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to give up on it because every once in a while I have found something and I know it can be done. I'm not going to give up on it. It's just going to be a learning curve for me. I did peek at, but I did find a new in box Victoria's Secret gift set, and it was one of the scents that's not. I think it's kind of popular. I don't know where it's at, but anyway, so I did score something out of the case though, a nice gift set.
I feel that way too about asking about getting in the cases if I don't know what's in there. You know what I mean? Especially like the one thrift store that I really like a lot, Thriftland here in Austin. Some of the stuff that they have they don't have it in a case. I mean, they do have cases, but some of the stuff they have just behind the counter on shelves. And it's not because they're expensive. It's because a lot of the times it's either because it's new in the box and they don't want people opening the boxes, or because there's multiple pieces and they don't want things getting misplaced. So they'll have things behind the counter that are like $7.99. But you have to ask, and there's only so many people on staff that I feel bad when I'm like, oh, can I see that? Can I see that too? Can I see that too? Oh, what's that over there? And what's this?
Right? You sound like me. I'm like always asking.
Tanya's like, I don't care. Yeah. I had some pickups. I haven't done a whole lot of shopping. I've been really good. I was doing a lot of retail arbitrage and online arbitrage like I did last year at this time. And that's coming to an end. So I'm all ramped up and ready to get back to eBay. I cleaned off my area over there. I was sorting through stuff and getting everything ready to go for eBay time. And but I did pick up a few things along the way that I wanted to point out, because this was one of the things that I was super surprised about. I picked up, I don't know, over a month ago. And I'm sure y'all see these at the stores, right? These are just normal Toastmaster waffle irons, right? This doesn't look special. I've passed by these things for years. Never even looked at them, never even bothered with them. For some reason on that particular day, I decided to look it up. These sell for $50.
Really?
Yes, I paid, it was half price, so I paid $4 for it. And here, let me show you. I felt dumb because I'm like, I've passed by those things for 5 years. Never looked them up because I was like, they're just a waffle iron, whatever. Let me share with you real quick. And that's the thing. It's like you just never know. Like you just. I think that's the one weakness with people is that they just assume. I know it's one of mine. I just assume, and then I look and I'm like, oh, I've been passing by those things forever. Look at them, $52.99, $45, and this is plus $20 in shipping.
Yeah, I would definitely charge shipping on that.
It's not that heavy. It's gonna ship for probably 5 pounds. But yeah, so I was and this one still even has like the little tag on it and everything. Like this one, it has a little tag. And what I do when I find old vintage appliances like that, I will try to find the manuals to print out. There's all kinds of resources online like Manual Lib. It's in Manual LIB. Manual Lib or a couple other manual sites. And if I can't find one, I'll actually email the company.
Oh, that's smart.
And ask them. And they have them in their files. Now, they're not in great condition because they were actually like scanned copies. Some of them even look like they were faxed. But they're really handy. They'll up your price for selling your item if you can find those old manuals like that. Yeah, another surprise that I found was this normal looking coffee maker.
Yeah, it looks pretty normal.
Yeah, we're all into like Keurigs and fancy espresso machines and all this stuff. I paid $5 for it. It was half price. It's new in the box. Like it's not used, but it's a damaged box. It's not Amazon new, but it's eBay new. And check it out. I was totally surprised. Let me get it up here. Where are you guys? Look, $50 plus shipping.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that.
Wow.
Used ones. Isn't that cuckoo birds?
It seems too generic for that price.
Yeah.
No, there's some coffee makers, and I have another one that looks super similar. It's very plain. It's one of those like almond brown, you know that color that was so popular back in like the early 80s, like that brown kind of electronic like appliance. Just very plain, normal drip coffee maker, $60.
That's crazy.
And it's not even a tin cup. It's like a 4 cup. So don't pass those by like just thinking that, oh, they're old. Everybody uses Keurigs. Everybody's got a Nespresso and a Ninja coffee creator or whatever. Like, I don't know what it is, but.
Exactly what I do. I just walk right by. Nope.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I wanted to talk about that one because I was like totally like. The reason why I started looking up these plain looking machines was because of that other like generic looking Braun or whatever it was that I had found that I was like, what? And I thought it would have been a mistake, but there was like 10 of them that all sold for like the same general crazy high price.
It's a certain model? Just a certain model, Deb?
It was just a certain model but it was just you wouldn't have known unless you looked it up. And I know a lot of people say like Laura Jones was talking about that because she does clothing. And I was like, well, it's not hard to get into hard goods. And she goes, yeah, but the problem that I have is I don't have the time to look things up. I already know what clothing I'm looking for, so I can just flip through because she has a toddler and she gets an hour in the store. She doesn't have time to, and you think, oh, it's easy. You just, look it up. But when you take out 2 minutes every time you find something, you can't look up that many things,
So random here. I was going to say every time I hear of the Ninja coffee maker, I think of that girl that the Vargas. What's her name?
Oh, Sophia.
I've been making my own coffee with my Ninja coffee maker.
The coffee bar. My husband wanted to buy one of those, and then I got to looking at it, and I was like, I don't need that at all. Like,
yeah,
I don't froth things. I just like coffee in a cup.
Yeah, pretty simple kind of girl too.
Yeah. I did finally start using a Keurig. Like after, because I found out I needed French roast coffee, because that was one of my complaints about Keurigs. Because I was like, man, their coffee is weak, you know. So once I started using like a French roast or a dark roast, then it was better.
Right.
And then I realized, like, oh, I really do kind of like the Keurig, only because I used to pour these really big cups of coffee, because I have those jumbo Starbucks cups and whatever, and they get cold. I mean, you get like this far into it, and then it's cold.
And I like it because it's fresher too. And did I tell you that Walmart has the best French roast?
I had it at your house.
It is so good. And also, HEB has some really good ones. Like I got Taste of Pecan, Taste of San Antonio. They're so good. I love them.
Yeah, I have their French roast. When Starbucks isn't on sale, I get the HEB French roast, and it works just fine.
It's good stuff.
The only other thing I wanted to talk about, if you follow me on Instagram, I was talking about water filters yesterday. I picked up 3 of these. I stopped at the Goodwill because I needed to go to the bathroom. And I know people are like, ew, the thrift store bathrooms. The Goodwill bathrooms in Austin are the cleanest bathrooms you're going to find outside of like a restaurant bathroom. They keep those suckers spotless. So I stopped there and I was like, oh, I can kind of just take a little look-see. and I wasn't there very long, but I did pick up 3 of these water filters. And I always look up water filters if I see them. I have found them on clearance at Walmart for $1. Some of them are for like refrigerators. Some of them are for like actual water filtration systems that go under people's sinks. Like we have one at our house because the water here is hard and kind of but anyway, I got 3 of them for $3.99, and I sold one already. I put it on Amazon real quick, and I sold it for $27.99. But then now that I was looking it up, because I didn't even look it up on eBay, they sell on eBay for like $35.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to pull them over to eBay too and cross-post them.
I sold one not too long ago. I picked up at a garage sale. I can't remember how much I paid, either $1 or $3, something like that. And I sold it, I want to say I sold it for over $100 on Amazon. It was brand new sealed. So definitely don't pass those up.
Yeah, they're an easy $25-$30. Like just, I mean, all you have to do is put the model number. They're always on the box, and that's it. Easy peasy. And then I did want to show these. I paid $5 for them. I don't pick up Danskos very much anymore just because they went on BOLO lists for years, and then the prices kind of dropped. Now, there are some, if they have really nice designs, definitely will do really well. I always pick them up if they have like the pressed or embossed leather designs like that. This particular one sells for anywhere from $30 to $50 used. So, and sizes like this, anything below like a 39, it's like a 39 or down, will fit into a regional A box. You just put them in there like this way, like that way. Yeah. And they'll fit in a regional A box. So it'll ship at 2 pounds instead of, I think it ships at 3 if you do it the other way. But that's it. That's all I had to talk about because I did not buy a lot of things.
You know what? I just remembered I did buy a couple hard good things. I said I did. But you know what? It's not, I'm late. I'm late to this party. This is kind of over, but I want to sell it just to say I did, because it was a BOLO for what, about 8 months, but I finally found some Ray Dunn.
Oh.
So showing.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh my God, are you serious?
I'm serious.
Do you look at Instagram ever?
So there she is. Is this showing?
Yep.
Okay. And so I think these are only worth about 20, but they're still new in box and only $1.99. So I'll sell them and I can say that I did. So, but I think that train's over unless she comes up with some kind of new series that goes crazy. And then another thing that I know this is kind of old now too, the text sayings, but this was the first time I found one that I really, really liked each of the sayings except for one. I'm marking it out, painting it out, and I'm going to put a Colorado sticker on there.
What did it say?
It said YOLO.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I know, but it's very, I don't know. See, it's, never mind. Anyways, but look, all the rest are good. So those are some really, a little bit different, a little bit, I love these.
I just bought some big ones. The same day that I bought that toaster thing, the waffle dealie. I bought some big ones of words, like of quotes, like motivational. They're really cute. I'm gonna put them like in my work area because I really like them.
Yeah, it's still good. I just really like the things that one says. It's a little different.
Yeah. Yep. So what did you sell, Miss Tonya? I know you're going to show us some crazy stuff.
Okay,
let me the money.
Yeah. She's like, I sold a handkerchief for $4,000.
Probably.
All right.
I'm going to present.
Window. Okay. All right, let me go to the window. Okay, so let me make this bigger. So I sold this. This actually came inside of a jewelry jar. It is a Jeep Collins large star pendant, and I was asking $63 for it, but I got a best offer for $50. So I took that, and here's what the hallmark looks like, the maker's mark right there. Okay. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
So yeah, it says sterling on one side. So it's kind of like a brass and sterling piece. And then the next one, I actually got this when I was in Austin last summer, Deb. It's a Joan Rivers necklace.
Oh, I remember that.
Yep. And I got it at that Pets Alive Thrift. Is that what it's called? Oh, I love that store. I still follow them on Instagram. So I had it up for $79, and I received a best offer for $50. And let me just show you what the maker's mark looks like right there. See, Joan Rivers. And then I just listed this a couple days ago. And this actually came in a lot that I had bought online of jewelry. And I was asking $59, and I got a best offer for $40. So it's a James Avery sand dollar pendant or brooch. And then there's what the maker's mark looks like right there. You can see it says a J and A, and it kind of looks like a candelabra, and it says stir on it.
Yeah.
So.
The Jeep Collins, I think I remember that. I was in Dallas in the 90s. That's from the 90s, right? That kind of hammered metal stuff.
I think so. I did a video on it, a video about that, about Jeep Collins a while back. And I can't remember it. That horrible.
I'll find it, Tonya.
All right. Here, I'll bring you up, Yvon, and we can go over the
Mile High Scene. Hashtag deal. I've sold all the Epic Plush. Woo! I gotta find more. It's still selling a few things, a few t-shirts and a few mugs, but I need to load it up with more stuff. So, okay, so I just woke up to that sale, that dress.
Oh,
that
wow.
Was awesome. That a Michael Simon sweater. We all know, clothing people know, those theme sweaters do fairly well. Some will bring more, 50 to 60. That one's going overseas to Canada. A few bread and butter pieces.
That's over the border.
Huh?
That's over the border to Canada, not over the sea.
Oh, sorry. Did I say overseas? Yeah. Sorry. Just going to Canada. International.
Although those lakes up there are pretty big, I thought it was a sea.
Well, you know what? Because there is a part of Canada that's kind of in the water. Anyways, moving on. My bad. Those are just bread and butter. There's got to be some epic things in there somewhere. There's one.
It's a vest.
Yeah, that was good. That went to Canada as well.
So what about Lone Pine? It's
a higher end. It's you guys would probably find more of it than I can. It's like Montana, Dallas.
That's fancy.
What's it called?
It's very quality, like Scully and Tasha Palazzi and who else? Double D Ranch.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one.
I love finding all those labels. They do very well.
Oh, I love that you accessorized your mannequin. Look at that.
Oh, she sure did. Look at you go, girl.
I don't like this one arm. I don't like this one hand. So I put a bracelet on her. The way they have it turned, it looks a little too big. But anyway, is there anything else good in there? Some Lululemon, of course.
Studio pants, yeah.
Yeah, True Religion. Hannah found those.
Are these men's? They're men's pants?
Those are women's. Tall.
I just noticed this man here wearing some. So.
Well, I don't think is that a guy?
Yes, that's a man.
Though, if they're rouged, I think sometimes because they're tall, people assume they're guys. Don't get me started on that.
That's definitely a man body.
Are there any yeah, those aren't men's, those. What size are they?
It says women's clothing. It's in women's, but that is a man.
Could be. It looks like a man.
Yep.
Anyways.
If you're not a man, I'm sorry, model.
One of my pet peeves is just because things are more than 30-inch inseam, they think it's for a man. This is one of my pet peeves as a tall girl. But
look at these. Okay. So these are pre-owned True Religion, just sweatpants.
Yeah, Hannah found those. She goes, "Are these good?" I'm like, "Well, heck to the yeah."
Those are great.
Pretty fast, so I got to give her a little off the top for that. Give her a little cut, right?
She's really getting an eye for this, isn't she?
Yeah, and so you know what? Now, there Johnny was. Y'all, these are brands that clothing people know, though. They know those are home runs. And now that she's more excited about it, now that she's got some knowledge under her belt, it's more exciting, you know? So there's something for newbies and for my cell phone jewelry. Just hang in there. Chip at it a little bit at a time, and you get some wins and you get excited.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys know William Rast? See that plaid pea coat? Did you guys know that William Rast, it's some kind of collab between Justin Timberlake and some other girl?
Really?
No,
I didn't know that either. I don't know if there's anything else epic in there.
I'm scrolling.
Ralph Lauren, there's some Tasha Palazzi. Those are all just good labels to buy. Most clothing people know that. There's the hidden Mickey Mouse. I don't know if I think we already talked about that. The hidden Mickey Mouse vintage Kennington.
Oh, yeah. That's still something to look at.
Oh, that's really cool.
But I did go on listing binge last couple days, so.
Cool. That is cool.
I know. I learned something new on that one. I did not know anything about that, but it's a thing.
Yeah, me neither.
Thank you.
Sure.
Great sales.
Yeah, those are awesome. You gotta stop downplaying your big sales as being like, well, everybody knows about those, because that's not true.
That's true, I guess. Okay, I guess because like I have the smaller group that I associate with, right? And we're all clothing sellers, so we all know. But I guess if you're new, yeah, you're right.
Well, you got to think that most of the people that watch my channel typically aren't clothing sellers, because I don't sell clothes.
Right.
So the only ones that are clothing sellers would be getting information about clothes is from you guys.
Well, there you go. Johnny was. Tasha Palazzi. Good stuff. Just put it in your cart.
No, it's good to know, because I don't sell clothes, but I do keep like a little storage bank of good brands that, just in case I see them, I know they're worth my time. Mm-hmm. You know, that even though you got to like twist my arm and, you know, make me do it, I'll, you know, take the time to sell it if it's $100, you know?
Yeah. Well, like that Johnny was cost me $5.99 and it sold for $128. I mean,
amazing.
That's Tonya level, like, you know.
We all strive to be at Tanya's level of pricing.
Oh, be quiet.
I know I do. I did sell a few things I wanted to point out. I haven't been listing on eBay, so everything is just kind of selling down. Anything that I sold was already there. But I talked about this when I picked it up, and let me share. I'll share. Okay. So I bought this keyboard for $1.99. And it didn't have this little thing. And I talked about that whenever I found the receiver. And I paid, I think, $1.99 or $2.99 for the receiver at Savers. And I brought it home and I tested it out, and they went together, totally worked. I sold this on Best Offer for $40. The person canceled. And so I relisted it, and it sold again for full price, $59.95 plus shipping. So not bad for a, what, $4 or $5 investment.
Right.
If you find these receivers, especially Logitech ones, make sure to look them up because they can on their own be worth really good money. Because the ones that are for like the trackball mouse, the receivers for those are worth a good, like, what, $40, I think, just on their own. I did buy some shoes. I talked about these when I bought them. These Jack Rogers, I think I paid $5.99 or $4.99, $6.99. I don't remember, but these finally sold. They made my garage smell like leather for a really long time. She was really happy with these. They sold, I think, like last week or week before last. So she left feedback. She was really super happy. I put it on my Instagram when I was shipping them that I take the air pillows that I get from Amazon and I stick them down in between the little thong thing here. So that way it doesn't compress down when I ship them. And I think, was that the only two things I brought up? Oh, no, I brought this up just to show. This is that water filter that I was talking about. They're selling on eBay for like $32. This one sold for $36, $29. Nice. So I'm gonna bring it over here to eBay because I only have them for $27 over on Amazon.
Yeah.
That's it. Those are my little highlights. But I'm excited to get back to eBay because then I've got some really good stuff to list. So I'm going to have some really good sales to talk about.
Yeah.
And then I can go shopping because I want to go shopping. But, yeah, so that was one thing I really want to work on is being consistent with my listing. And so I think I'm going to set up like just a 5-item goal. We're just doing 5 items a day.
I think that is,
and that should take like an hour, like an hour, hour and a half, depending on how much cleaning. But I think an hour, and that should be.
Right. I've been on 8 for the past few days, 8 a day. So what I do is like the night before, I'll gather up like 8 pieces of jewelry and I'll take the pictures. And while I'm watching TV or something, I might be messing around with the drafts, finding a similar listing, and then creating a draft and adding pictures. And I mean, if I don't set goals for myself, I just don't really get much done.
No, I don't either. And so I've really been working on that the last couple of weeks. I brought my planner back. I got a comment on a video that I did November 2016 when I had like my little aha moment about like how I was lying to myself about what kind of person I was, and I had just like, I had been using my planner for like a month, I think. And I went back, like the guy that commented on the video had this really nice comment. So I went back and watched the whole thing and I was like, holy crap, I need to listen to myself, and it like, I ended up watching myself and got myself motivated from myself.
Awesome.
I was like, what kind of weird little 360 is this? Like, oh my gosh. like it went full circle. It was like the past me talking to the present me, getting me motivated for the future. And so it brought me back into that place where I was like, everything that I said was right. And everything that I was doing then was right. And I need to get back to that place. And so I sat down and I started planning out, okay, these are the things that are important. These are what I need to do. what are my visions? Okay, this is where I'd like to be in my business. Where am I really happy? You know, why hasn't this been working, or where did I lose my motivation? And I came in to realizing what I had told myself before was I don't like doing Amazon, you know, all the time. It could be $100,000. It's not, doesn't make me happy. You know, I mean, I did 25,000 in sales, something like that, 20,000 in sales over December, January. And I was miserable. Hated it. Lost all my mojo, you know?
Hey, can you link that video in the Stu Facebook page?
Sure.
I need some motivation.
And it's a long video to get through because I didn't organize it very well, but once you get to about the middle is where the meat's at. But yeah, so I was like, okay, this is what, do you guys do this where you just kind of go back and you're like, okay, where did I go wrong? You know, I got off track somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
So I started realizing, I was like, you know, I love eBay. I love finding treasures. I love finding stupid coffee makers like this one and going, what? You know, why is this $60 or whatever? Right. And I love that. I love selling dumb stuffed animals that I don't know why they sell, you know. And so I realized, like, you know what? I got really off track. I turned my business into something I didn't like anymore. And that's why I can't motivate. That's why I come out to the garage and go, yeah, I think I'm going to go take a nap. And because I don't love it anymore. It's not fun. It's not exciting. I don't have anything on a regular basis that I'm coming going, oh my God, guys, look at what I found. You know, or, oh my gosh, look at what I sold. I somewhere along the way, I lost all my woohoos. And I need woohoos.
You need woohoos.
I need woohoos.
You need woohoos.
You know, it's nice to know, like, I think I can speak kind of for you girls too. Us three, like we don't really have to make all the money in the household, right? We got other sources of income. We got men too that are pulling their weight. But it's nice to know that if anything would happen, we could put it into hustle mode like that and start and take care of ourselves. Like,
yeah, and I think that's a great point. That I needed to, I think, to tell myself, you know, so that's I'm glad you brought that up. Is like, I don't need to build an empire. I just want to do what I do best, and it bring in money, and I pay some bills with it, and I go, you know, do things with it, and then that's it. Like, I have, fortunately, a husband that pays out, you know, our bills, but if I needed to, I know damn well I could go and just grind it out, you know, and
Well, we have the luxury to spend time with our children and take care of our households if that's what we like to do.
Yep.
And I do.
At some point, I started neglecting, like, my whole household, trying to build a business that I didn't even want. Like, it wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't fun. It wasn't anything. It was just, oh, look, I made all these sales. But at what cost? You know? So I'm excited to just get back to just going to the store and buying some stuff and woohoo.
Flipping easy. Yeah, having fun with it.
Exactly.
You said that last year. Bring back the fun.
Yeah. And I think I have to just, you know, that's why I have you guys to remind me, like, Deb, you talked about this like 3 years ago, last year. You know, because we forget, like, it's so easy to get off track, especially with social media, other people, and you watch other people. And I'm not saying I compare myself, because I don't. I definitely don't. But it can be easy to, it gets kind of in your head where you're like, oh, I should be doing more. I should be doing more. No, and I want to go back to where I was doing fine.
Yeah.
I was happy there.
Yeah, if we need something special, or we want to take a vacation, or somebody gets sick, you know, if we need extra money, we know what to do for a few weeks or a month.
Yep, exactly. So that's where I'm at. So
Me
I'm hoping to get back to YouTube and doing my what I'm listing videos and what I sold videos and go buy some fun stuff and enjoy myself, because all of this processing and shipping 100 things. I at one point in December, into December, I shipped like 70 things in a day.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That my whole family was helping me.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Not my vibe. Like,
no, I think at that point it becomes, okay, am I still going to do this out of my house for the extra money, or am I going to scale up, because I'm kind of right in that
I
like
don't
threshold.
I don't want to scale up. I want to scale back. I want to scale back and just, I know where I'm happy. I know, what I need to do to be able to make, $3,000 to $5,000, I know what it takes to be there, and it's not that difficult, of a thing when you're paying attention. So that's where I want to be.
Hey, I did start another hashtag on eBay. I mean, on IG, if anybody wants to,
which one?
It's called Part-Time eBayers Rock. Feel free to throw stuff on there too. Part-time eBayers Rock.
Yep.
I think I'm the only one using it, but
I think people should stop feeling bad about like the fact that they have spouses or significant others, or they have a job, or they have, some other source of income and then they don't have to list 100 things a day. And, like for some reason, I don't know where it became like, oh, that's something to be ashamed of. Like, oh, you're not a real reseller. You're not really a reseller because you have a job. Like, no.
I kind of remember, but anyways. Hey, something else I bought. Look, I forgot about this. This is a Kate Spade.
Oh, how cute. And
this is only worth about $20, but if you find one of her totes or something that says this, that's worth about $120, $150, just so you know. Eat cake for breakfast. I just thought it was cute because of that, and I thought, oh, this is quality, and I turned it around, I'm like, oh, no wonder, it's a Kate Spade. I thought I recognized that pink color.
Cake is good with coffee.
I'm going to keep it because it's only worth about $20 for flipping. It was $1.99, and it's real sturdy. But anyways, again, some of us clothing sellers, or not just clothing, sorry, you might want to Google the Kate Spade slogans, because she's whipping them out there too, and some of them are going viral, and you can make some money if you find a cup, a plate, a tote with her saying on it.
I don't ever run into very much Kate Spade. Was it when you say tote, do you mean like the ones that they sold at Barnes and Noble? Because they sell Kate Spades at Barnes and Noble.
I'm not sure,
but they have like her
Kate Spade fan. So I'm sorry, Deb. I'm sorry. I'm actually not a Kate Spade fan or anything, but I have a word fetish though. I have a serious word fetish. So it's like a big tote, like a Victoria's Secret type tote, and it has that.
They probably had them at Barnes and Noble, because Barnes and Noble has lots of little Kate Spade accessories, like notebooks and covers and pens and little desk accessories and stuff. I wonder if that's where it came from.
And jewelry too. I just picked up some jewelry. I picked up it's a sailor's knot gold bangle. I paid up for it. I paid like $20 for it, but it's super cute. I'll probably keep it and wear it a while. And then I looked up on eBay, and they're selling for like $60.
Kate Spade?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of her stuff is kind of, if it goes viral, it's kind of epic. It's like anything else. We got to find out, well, when's that trend done? And the girls are moving on. The people are moving on to her next saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fast fashion.
Yeah, right.
It's similar to that. Like, oh, now everybody was, because at some point in time, it's so weird that words are going that way, that like little phrases, they're like, oh, that's the phrase. And then it's like, because what was it? Everybody be a mermaid, or I want to be a mermaid, and like, and then, oh, be a unicorn, and then it moved on to, eat cookies, and then it moved on to whatever, it's like lots of different little phrases. So weird that like words are now fashion.
Yeah, and that was so in the late 80s and 90s too, in the art world and the fashion world, but it's coming back, especially like well, this is a clothing topic, but especially like in Korea. Oh my gosh, they're eating that kind of stuff up, and like, a lot of like Supreme and Off-White, that kind of stuff. But boy, you got to keep on top of it, because when it's over, boom, it's over.
There's always that one person that's late to the game that runs into like a whole rack of something, and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" And then there's like, "Oh yeah, I wasn't even talking about you, Tonya, but you're like, oh yay! Oh." I've done that before too, where I'm like, "Oh, let me go deep on this," and it's like, "Oh, did they take returns? Because that was a mistake." Like you get home and you're like, oh man. But does anybody have any questions before we close out today? We've got a couple more minutes left, and
yeah, well, seriously, we just been chatting amongst ourselves, haven't we?
It passed right on by.
It's been a while.
Yeah. But I'm in a good place. I'm good, like in my business mental. I'm happy. Like last night I was sitting in the garage and I was just kind of going through some bags of stuff that I had bought and sorting it out. And it was RA stuff, but I was like, oh, this stuff is going to be better for eBay. I was like, I need to lot this together, and do it as sets and put them on eBay. And I'm ready. It's like, it's January, like New Year's, like take 2, like mid-February. I was just my January was a trial, and I'm ready for the real thing now.
Hey, how's merch? Can we squeeze in merch talk real quick?
Yes.
Merch talk. How you doing, Tonya?
I'm plugging along.
Me too. Sales aren't great, but I got teared up after Christmas, and so I'm halfway through that. I'm allowed to upload 4 per day. I'm pumping them out. Still doing good, I think.
Yeah, last time I checked, it was like they keep changing the upload. The
every day.
It's like 15 the last time I checked.
You're on a different tier. I'm on 100. But yeah, one day it's 2, 3, or 4. I'm like, okay. So, but I'm keep plugging along because I want to keep moving up the tiers and be ready for next, for fourth quarter coming up. Deb, have you put anything? Please.
She has amazing ideas all the time. She just needs to sit down and actually do it. And
I do come up with good ideas. I actually send them to my friends, and I'm like, here, make the shirt. I'm like, here's an idea. Make the shirt.
At least put one up.
So I have one up. I do have one.
Okay. Because I'll send you one. I'll send you something.
No, I have ideas. I just don't make them. Like, I have like a whole like list of things that I'm like, oh, that. Oh, and I have on my phone, like I'll take pictures of things or screenshots, and I put them over in a folder, and I have like a whole list of like t-shirts ideas.
I'm having a really good time with that. I still got one little finger on cryptocurrency. Kind of had a bit on the back burner a little bit, but I'm still dabbling a little bit with that. Still dabbling with the poker. Still planning on going to the merchandise mart to, look at wholesale, not liquidation, but wholesale things. Oh, I did something crazy yesterday because I don't have enough view hours for YouTube, and I'm going to lose my monetization on the 20th. I've got enough subs, don't have the view hours. I said, what did I call it? I called it something crazy. Riveting expose of an eBay seller listing things. That's what I called it. And I just turned the camera on, and I think I plugged away for 2.5 hours. Quite a few people came in to chat and hung out with me for a little bit.
Hey, do what you gotta do, girl. Do what you gotta do.
I'm like, most of the time it's just the back of my head, but every once in a while, I'd stand up and, I'd talk about something or chat with people on the chat. So might have to pull a couple more of those.
You need to do some live shows, Yvon.
Yeah, I'm going to be on a podcast. Oh, crap. Can you edit that out? Oh, shoot. That was not for me to say.
Well, you didn't give away any information.
Huh?
You didn't
say anything.
Okay, someone's starting something new, and it's theme related, and I'm going to be, I think, number 2. That's going to drop here, I think, tomorrow. I'm not the first guest, but I'm going to be the second one.
But it's not on your channel, right?
It's not a secret for me. It's just that it wasn't my place to say that until tomorrow. But anyway.
But we don't even know who it is or where it is or what it is. Yeah. So
she probably won't even care. She probably would be like, yeah, you're on Dub's channel? Heck yeah, I'll tell everybody. Like she would probably say that. But it's just a podcast. But I've never done a podcast.
We can talk about it next. We can talk about it next week.
Yeah. Then. See how it goes.
That way you can plug it more. Well, I didn't have any questions over in the chat. Everybody's just talking away. So I guess is that it? You have anything special going on, Tonya?
I believe tomorrow Angie and I are going to be doing a jewelry detective show. It'll be on 11 a.m. Central Standard Time.
I need an eyeglass thing just so I can do that every time you say it. All right. Well, I guess that's it. So I'm going to try to get back to YouTube. Hopefully. I think I want to do a video tomorrow.
We want to see some eBays and bacon.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody keeps telling me that. Everybody keeps telling me that. And I'm like, okay, I'll try.
Because the only other person I know is Lindy. Like, I love motivation, and you're very insightful. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, bring on the eBays and bacon, please.
I will try to bring that back. I have to be in the right, mind frame to do it. And I am getting there because I'm really working on a lot of, self-change, behavioral habits and things like that. So what I worry about is it's going to be a lot of me talking about things I already talked about 2 years ago that I didn't follow through with. But you know what? You keep trying, right? You just keep trying till you die.
That's right.
There's a t-shirt.
My husband told me that one time. He was like, well, you're always trying to do something and you never finish. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'll just keep trying till I die.
Aww.
Because that's the truth. If I stop trying to improve and I'm just like, I'm just happy this way. It's okay. I'm just like this. Dude, that's sucky life.
I've seen you finish things. Yeah, and I've seen all of us start something and be like, oh, okay, that's not going to work. But I've seen you finish things too.
I know. It was it's one of those moments, when it's almost like the boy who cried wolf, where you're constantly have you ever seen anybody that's always on some kind of health kick? I'm going to do a juice cleanse for 21 days and I'm going to take vitamin A through Z, and then 3 days later, they're at the, happy hour and you're like, what happened to your juice cleanse? You're like, well, it's lime in here, That's a juice. But no, yeah. And so it can be it's not a bad thing. It's nice to have some people that just kind of give you a little bit of reality check, Why don't you tell us about it once you're done? How about that?
Oh gosh, you should have Morrow on the show sometime. I bet you he's kind of funny.
He's only ever been on one show, ever, on YouTube.
Would he do that for us?
No.
Aww.
No, probably not.
That would be great.
He gets really insecure about. He thinks that nobody can understand him but me. For some reason. He thinks that that nobody understands his English. I'm like, you talk to people every day, right? So, but anyway, well, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
No. So, all right, well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. I'm so glad you came out today and watched us and babbled with us and chatted with us and supported us as always. We have amazing viewers and love you guys. So we will see you all again really, really soon.
Have a great Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's.
Hardy Hardies. Oh, look at my ring I got.
Ooh, it's so
great. It's all fancy. I got it last Friday. Mother got it for me. Because he didn't like my wedding rings. So now I got fancy ones.
Very nice.
I know. Okay. Bye. See y'all next time.
Bye.